Hi Cancers, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to do your January messages. Happy New Year. I hope you guys had an amazing, hopefully it was amazing, 2018. Well, I have to say for you went through some shit this year. Well, most of you did. Who doesn't, right? But I feel like all that crap that you had to go through, you know what I mean? It was necessary for you in particular because you needed to fucking toughen up. You needed to man up. You needed to get over some insecurities that you had deep within inside of you that needed to be worked on. Because it was becoming a problem. It was affecting you. It was affecting your relationship. It was affecting your work life. It was affecting you as a fucking parent. So if you feel like, sorry, if you feel like certain situations had to, you know, detach you from certain circumstances, it was necessary. Okay, it was a blessing in disguise. It had to fucking happen. And there you go. All right, so I laid a few of your cards out for you here. This is interesting because the two cards that came out for you is, you know, we have the Five of Crystals, which is obviously the Five of Pentacles. And then we have the Seeker of Chalices. Okay, so let's start by addressing this Five of Crystals. Like I said, there was some type of attachment where either people had to walk away from you or you had to walk away from people. Maybe someone left you out in the cold or you just felt fucking left out because, like I said, that cycle needed to toughen you up. You get a boo-boo, you fall. You get a boo-boo, people rub dirt on it. Well, in my family, they put fucking lime on it and shit to make you scream and get it over with so it doesn't get infected and shit. But let's just go there. But anyways, as I was saying, with this Five of Crystals, it's like being away and being separated or detached from certain circumstances helped you see things. It helped you seek things that really made you happy. What was worth holding on to? What was not worth fighting over or being so insecure about, that really fucked over certain situations where you're like, damn, okay, maybe I do have an issue. Maybe I do need to work on that on myself. Maybe I understand why this had to happen now. I see the bigger picture, and you're going to be grateful that it did. And with the Seeker of Chalices here, it's like you are now finding things. You're making it a goal to seek things that make you happy. Internally, for yourself, for your family, for your life in general. You know what I mean? It's like you just want to you want to be happy. You want to have fun. You want to be surrounded by nothing but happiness. You know the waves here, okay? You know the waves are going to take you, which is your emotions. There's always going to be storms. There's always going to be tsunamis in your world, especially if you have Cancer in your chart. But you're working with it. You're finding ways to deal with it. You're embracing it. You're turning pain into pleasure. You're finding that this situation that I'm stuck in right now or that's going on that's painful, I know it's because it's a beautiful lesson. You're having more understanding now. So this is why the detachment was necessary. Okay. The other card that came out for you is the Divination card. And this is talking about, you know, prophecy, fate, destiny, future, fortune here. You are definitely, obviously, a very intuitive sign, okay? Some of you don't know that you're highly intuitive. Some of you don't know you have those special gifts. And you are now seeing certain patterns and everything that's going on in your life where you're like, wait a minute, I dreamed about that. Wait a minute, I thought about that and it happened. I foresaw that outcome. So you're paying more, you're consciously aware of your spiritual gifts. You're aware that you're able to see things differently than most people. You're able to predict the fucking future sometimes. Very prophetic dreams, okay? Your destiny is to be very powerful. Your destiny is to be someone who can find the good in everything, who can balance things out. It's kind of like your Cleopatra, but in your own fucking way. If that makes any sense. You will later on if it doesn't make sense, but the future fortune part to this, it's like you've always felt like you were destined to win the lottery, or you were destined for great things. Like there's something, you have like a higher calling, right? You're seeing that, you could feel it getting closer and closer and closer. And it's only because Spirit and the universe want you to pay attention to those things. Because you got something special, but you need to fucking pay attention and stop worrying about other people and how that's affecting you. You need to see how that's affecting you and say, what the fuck? What am I doing for me? Why? Well, I'm doing this to my own goddamn self. You know what I mean? So it's like you're awakening a little bit. So congratulations. All right. So I have a card that came out for you from the Magical Unicorn cards. And it says, finish what you've started. Okay. It says you started something important and now it's time to complete it. Whatever the case may be, especially in January, oh, maybe you started to take better care of your health and you're exercising more. Your New Year's resolution is to start, you know, making yourself more healthy and more fit. And that goes to, you know, your mental and your emotional state too. You're becoming stronger and more aware of those things. And what you can do to make it to the top of that food chain. And whatever. It could be a fucking project. It could be bettering yourself. It could be, you know, decluttering your house. It's little baby steps. Finish what you started. It's kind of like, you know, I don't know if some of you have done this, and I can feel that some of you have, or you're in your cleaning mode, you know, in the mornings. Mexicans put their music on. I mean, everybody does, but I'm saying like we do, and we'll be like stopping mid-kitchen dancing with our brooms and shit. Well, I feel like you guys have been, you start doing the dishes, you took the dishes out, then you go to the bathroom and you see that there's trash on the floor, and then you take that trash out and you start cleaning the toilet. Then you go back into the kitchen and start cleaning that, and you forgot about that. And now you're having two things. You go to the laundry room, you start doing the laundry. Oh yeah, let me just put a load in real quick. Then you're doing that, and all of a sudden you have all these things to do, and you're just like, I'll get to that later. Well, it's kind of like that. You need to finish what you fucking started, okay? Whether that's going back to school or finishing that course. Okay? Yeah, I see you. I see you. So there you go. Finish what you fucking started. All right, so I'm going to pull a card or two from the Fairy Tarot. Sorry, it's a little freezing back here. Have my coffee right next to me, but it's not doing no justice. Feels like Alaska back here. All right. Or Antarctica, if anybody's ever allowed to go to Antarctica, or beyond a certain point, because, you know, they know that there's something out there that they're hiding from humanity. But let's just not get there, okay? All right. Seven of Summer. This is the Seven of Cups. Yeah, see that, baby? All right, it says no more procrastinating. Hot damn. It goes perfectly to that finish what you started card, right? It says no more procrastinating. Your power comes from making a decision. Confusion that arises from over-analyzing the options. And I know you motherfuckers do that, okay? You start looking deep into it, and then all of a sudden you make shit up in your head that's not even fucking there, and you actually help co-create it. Yeah, that's you, baby. But no more procrastinating. There's something that you need to make a decision on, and it's, you know, you could feel it. So make sure you get shit done. Make sure you make the right choice, because you don't want to have to go back and you're just like, damn. But you know what? You don't really lose, because losses are actually lessons. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Okay, let's get another one from here. Make sure the camera is still rolling. Okay. Ah! We have the Star. Ooh. Ooh. you see that? Something's being illuminated to you. You see the light. You're having hope. Your hope is back. Welcome back, Cancer. All right, it says, look to the future with hope and optimism, the power of faith to move mountains, happy changes that bring relief from challenging times, which is relief from the Five of Pentacles, right? Mm-hmm. Yep. I told you, but that had to happen. Like I said in the beginning, it had to happen. Now you're able to see things clearly. You can get a better, you know, picture of the future with the divination card. Some of you are into divination. Obviously, you're watching me. Duh, it's divination. But you know what I mean. Okay, so the card here that came out for you from the Queen of the Moon Oracle is Purity. Okay, I'm going to read to you what it says here. Beautiful card. Kind of feels like, with all that snow, it feels like what it feels like in this room right now. I'm taking advantage of this candle right here because it's so warm. All right, so I'm going to read it to you. It says, look for the simplest and cleanest solution. Understand your motives for doing what you are doing. Be as clear as possible in your communication. I know why I do what I do. The word purity now seems to have a kind of loaded moral quality. Anytime I mention the word, people mostly think about how it's used in religion or in morals. For example, the purity of virgins, the purity of no sex before marriage, the purity of celibacy, the purity of bloodline of certain extreme right-wing groups. No wonder we use the word with some trepidation. The purity I refer to here is the purity of the silver moon on the unmarked snow. The simple purity of intention that nature demonstrates. The purity of clean water in a mountain stream. The purity of one single purpose. The Cambridge Dictionary defines that this kind of purity as being clean or free from harmful substances. And I guess in our world, so full of pollution and damage to the environment, that may be hard to find. Yeah, no one's fucking pure or clean. However, the ancients looked at the cycles that bring ice and snow as a sort of reset button. A time when everything lay fallow for a while and brought with it a kind of simplicity. These times were hard, but if we were prepared for them, we would survive. Preparation, right? There are good reasons to strive for a kind of positive purity in our lives. Being precise with our language and as clear as we can be in our communications means fewer miscommunications and misunderstandings in our relationships and work life. Exactly, because when you don't understand things, you have to talk more about them, right? But when you're clear in your communications, then you'll find that there's less communication that needs to be done. Keeping our intentions pure and unattained with lower energies such as jealousy, revenge, or unworthiness as much as possible means that our motivations are pure and not muddy in their reasoning. Companion stone or metal for this is clear quartz. So make sure that your motives, or everything that you do, you have a clear understanding of it, okay? And be as clear as possible in your communications, in other words. So, all right, so that was a nice card. You could take another look at it. Beauty, beauty, beauty. Moving on. The last card I'm going to pull for you guys here is from the Heart and Soul Oracle cards. And they are really pretty heart-shaped cards here. So please, Spirit and Universe, give me a card or two for Cancer for the month of January. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. All right. That's your scenery. If you want to take a look at it. You are currently too close to see things clearly. Detach a little and you will start to see things from a higher perspective. By emotionally detaching from this situation, a simple solution also becomes clear. there's that word detach and that word clear that we were just talking about in your spring. It's kind of special, isn't it? But now, here's the question. Are you fucking paying attention? And are you going to follow through with that? Okay? All right, Cancer, this was your message for January. And if you're new, please like, share, and subscribe as well. Thank you so much. Make yourself known. I like to see anybody who's new that comes across my channel. Please make sure to, you know, if you are in our time zone here in the USA, well, it depends. Never mind. I'm not going to talk about that right now. It's too early for me. So, yeah. So if you want, stick around. And I always usually go live during the night because I'm a night owl. That's just when I get my second wind. It's a thing. So I hope to see you during my lives. Bye-bye.